Hello everyone, I'm Scottish Railway Productions and welcome to a review of the City of Liverpool model from Hornby. It is part of the Coronation class 8P. Obviously the name is City of Liverpool. It is a British Railways 462 locomotive, built originally for the LMS. The Coronation class is a class of express passenger steam locomotives designed by William Stanier. They were an enlarged and improved version of his previous design, the LMS Princess Royal class. The locomotives were specifically designed for power, as it was intended to use them on express services between London Euston and Glasgow Central. Their duties were to include the hauling of a proposed non-stop express, subsequently named the Coronation Scot. The first 10 locomotives of the Coronation class were built in a streamlined form in 1937 by the addition of a steel streamlined casing. 5 of these 10 were specifically set aside to pull the Coronation Scot, although a later batch of 5 unstreamlined locomotives was produced in 1938. Most of the ensuing Coronation class were outshopped as streamliners. Eventually, from 1944 to 1949, all new engines would be built in unstreamlined form, and all streamliners would have their casings removed. The very last of the 38 locomotives was completed in 1948. So, that is the history of the locomotive. Now, to get into my thoughts on the model. It's a very lovely and impressive looking model, and definitely captures the image and the prestige of the Coronation class. As you can see, my number is 46247, City of Liverpool, and I love the LMS. I love the almost LMS maroon that the model has. The model is indeed very detailed, having too many rivets for its own good, and a nice little bar across the smoke box. The smoke box also has a tiny print of the number, and the smoke deflectors have a lot of detail as well. I also love the lining. The yellow line along the running board and along various other parts of the locomotive is exquisite. As you can see, the metal bar along the side of the locomotive is slightly wonky. This is a fault that cannot really be seen unless you look at the model up close. You can also see many more details on the running board, and you can see more of the yellow lining above the wheels. This cab possibly has the best detail I've ever seen on a model. You have rivets all across the roof, and you have four little gold bits on the top, which I'm guessing is the whistle. Also, as you'll see in a minute, there is amazing cab detail on the inside of this model. You can see here at the back of the model that there is a ton of cab detail, and while not painted, it's still nice to have it there, as anyone who really wants to can paint it for themselves. The loco, like most from Hornby, is tender driven, as you can see here by the little connector here and the little spike here, little metal spike at the front of the tender. These simply slide into place, and then the model works. The bottom of the tender, also like most Hornby locos, have 2 traction tyres on 2 of the wheels. Now, this gives it more haulage capacity. Now, strangely enough, the wheels are placed on only one side of the loco, and I would have preferred it if they would have been placed either on 2 at the back, 2 at the front, or all of the driving wheels, as the middle wheels are non-powered. The one fault that I have had with this model is one that I'm not sure is common among other people, but I have certainly experienced it. As you can see, in between these 2 massive gears here, there is a smaller silver gear in the middle. Now, what tends to happen is that I run my loco, these will spin, and this gear will slide out of place, causing the model to stop running, but the wheels continue to spin. This obviously is a massive problem, and I'm not sure if it is normal among the model, or whether it's because I bought mine second hand. If you could let me know in the comments, it would be very helpful and could possibly help other people who may be experiencing this problem as well. Overall, this model is a fantastic one from Hornby, and I'm happy to have it as part of my collection. There is a fair amount of detail for a railroad model, and it's not too badly priced, if it wasn't a limited edition. I managed to get this limited edition at a railway show for £55. That, considering that it's limited edition, has got to be extremely cheap. And I do believe that I've been undersold. I'm not sure what number I have, but I'm pretty sure it was a very high one. Anyway, that is it for this video. I want to know your thoughts in the comments below and what you think I could improve on. As this is my first review, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.